Hello, thank you again for tuning in. This is the Diaspora panel, the voice of the diaspora. I have with me right now in the studio, I have Mr. Ademola Adisa, who is based in the United Kingdom. Mr. Adisa, you are welcome to today's meeting.
Thank you for having me.
My name is Deji Olaiya, and I'm based in the Republic of Ireland. Today, we are going to touch on the 2023 presidential election, which is roughly about 40 days to go. Before we go into our conversation, I want to thank all our viewers, especially all our new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and welcome to the Diaspora family. So if you have not subscribed and you are watching this video now, please press that subscription button. It's free of charge. It means that when we do our next video, you'll be one of the first people to know about our new videos. And thank you all for all your email. If you have any question or any queries or any contribution, please send your email to info@diasporapanel.com. Today, we are going to be discussing the state of politics, especially for 2023 election. What is going on? Who is winning? Who is leading? Which parties are at the forefront? Who is likely to win? We're going to do some analysis. And I'm very happy that Mr. Adisa is a very conversant with Nigerian politics, even though he's been in the United Kingdom for so many years. He's a follower of Nigerian politics, and he's from a political family dynasty himself. So, Demola, the first thing that I want you to analyze is, you've been following politics, in the last, especially in the last 1 year, especially the politics of the presidential election. We know that at the forefront of this is APC, the ruling party, PDP, the opposition party, and we know that Peter Obi of the Labour Party is making a lot of gains. And also on the fourth lane is Konkonso of the NNPP, who also seems to have a weight in the coming election. So let's start with APC, Demola. This is the ruling party, and they have much governors and all the other parties. Now, when you look at APC and the presidential candidate, who is from the Southwest, what are the chances of APC come for today's time? Let's analyze this geopolitical zone by geopolitical zone. Let's start from the Southwest, for example, and then go to the South, go to the Southeast, then to the Northwest, to the North Central, and then Northeast. Demola.
Okay, thank you, Deji. If I can get you right, 2023 there are various elections that are going to be held in 2023, and but the top of it is the presidency. So obviously, what we are trying to analyze is just the presidential election.
Yeah.
So we will also see how the effect it will have on other ballots down the line. Generally, this 2023 election is unlike all other elections that was held in Nigeria before. The tradition is you have the ruling party, who is usually very dominant, and you have one strong opposition, and the other parties are non-visible. But this year is not that way. Even the ruling party cannot claim to be dominant. The opposition party cannot say that the main opposition, and the invisible party that we don't usually feel their presence now are throwing in a few weight, especially with the Labour and the NNPP and the Afghans, who are at least making some inroad to be
okay, Demola, because of time, let's just go straight, okay? In the Southwest, for example, what are the chances of APC in the Southwest?
With current indices, APC has a strong edge in Southwest. It's very dominant especially in Lagos, we had the ballot voting population, and also in Ogun, Oyo, Ondo, and Osun State. Because of the power of occupancy in some of these states, they also have a possibility of dominating the landscape there. Even though Osun is currently being led by PDP, the APC still have a dominant.
PDP states now.
Yes, I'm talking about Osun first because they are just having a dominance. Winning the governorship election, but APC still have the assembly, the House of Assembly, the legislative arms, and also a lot of the local governments. In Oyo State, PDP is the main party, but with the influence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the influence of having a Yoruba candidate, there it seems APC will certainly have an edge over other parties. But even though PDP, that usually be the strong opposition, may be having a serious problem in the presidency, they may not come second in the presidency, but they're likely to win the governorship election there.
Okay, so we have 6 states in the Southwest: Lagos, and then Oyo, Ogun, Osun, Ondo, Ekiti. So is it likely that APC will, in the presidential election, basically, will Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu win majority in these 6 states? Do you think?
Absolutely. They will win more than majority. At least in Lagos State, they are likely to win up to 80% of it. Ogun State and Oyo State, and they may likely to win maybe 70% or 75% of it. And the Ondo and Ekiti State, they likely to even have a higher percentage of probably 80%. Okay. So it's likely that APC will have in the presidency, presidential election, APC will have a walkover in the West.
So, so APC, so they have 6 states in the Southwest. Now, there's also 7 states of the Northwest, which is another stronghold of the APC. What are the chances of the APC in those 7 Northwestern states?
Northwestern state is expected to also to be a stronghold of APC, but there is some inroad, especially with Sokoto State and a little problem in Katsina State, even though the president even come from Katsina State. And it's really a little bit difficult, even Kaduna State is also something that is having a little problem in it. But generally, APC will have edge in Northwest, but PDP will make a significant take in Northwest as well.
So, okay, so APC at least will have at least 25% each of the Northwestern states. So,
and even the majority of the votes there.
Yeah, okay, so that's 7 plus 60, that's about 13 states. So they need to go for 24 states, so 13 states. So now in the North Central, all about Kwara State, Kogi State, Nasarawa states, they all have APC governors. And you have the other states like Plateau, which is also APC, and then 2 other states, I think, is that Taraba and Niger, which is also
Niger
APC,
State.
I think. So what are the chances of APC in these states, these North Central states?
North Central state is a little bit a middle playground for most of the contestants. APC have an edge, but is because of this Muslim ticket, it may affect some of these vote within the Middle Belt area, which are mostly dominant Christians. So it may have a little effect on the vote there, but also is also because of the influence of the governors that APC have there, and they may have a strong, they'll be able to stand well, especially because this is one area we need to be very careful of the games, what is going on. On the premises we are basing this on is that APC will stand unified, and there will be no sabotage of effort from party members, especially some disgruntled party members that are having problems during the primaries, which some are still silently going on in these areas. But based on this, generally, other than this, the APC will still win, but it may not be as expected in the last election. But they will have a majority of vote, and they are likely to have all the 25% in those areas.
Yeah. So on paper, APC has 5 states in the North Central out of 6 states. Only Benue State is a PDP state, and most likely that that state will not be going for APC, depending on what the G5 are trying to do. So APC, then, if we add this together, those 3 zones together, Southwest, Northwest, North Central, that's about 18 states already. That's 5 states in the North Central plus 13, that's 18 states. Okay, so they need 6 more states to clinch the presidency. Let's go to the North Central, where we have Borno State, Yobe State, Bauchi State, Gombe State, and I think Adamawa and Taraba. What are the chances of APC in this state, in this zone?
The Northeast is also a highly contested area, especially between APC and PDP. Bearing in mind that the presidential candidate of PDP comes from that zone as well, and so it will be highly contested. And even though APC may have a good vote there, and they may have a 25% in at least 4 of those states, but I don't think they will have the majority of the vote in the Northeast.
Well, I am thinking that at least in Yobe and Borno states, those states will come for APC, being that they have sitting governors, and the vice president is from that Kanuri zone. So when you add 2 plus 18 that they already have, that's 20. So they need 4 more states. So now we need to go to the Southeast and the South-South. The Southeast, let's deal with the South-South first, where we have Edo State, Delta State, River State, Akwa Ibom, and I think Cross River. And
Cross River. Sorry?
Yeah. So now we know that Edo State, definitely APC may not win majority, but they have it's always 50-50. So Edo State will count, I think, for APC. The same in Delta State. APC may not win majority, but they will win more than 25%, which means it will count. So those are 2 states. So they need 2 more states. Where are they going to get those 2 more states from? In the South-South or the Southeast?
To be honest, the only place they can get it from is still the South-South. The Southeast, I don't think they will have any inroad in Southeast. The only option that where they can get 25% is even in Southeast. I don't think they will have it's very dicey.
Even though they have they have 2 Southeastern governors in Imo State and in
even
Ebonyi State.
even if Anambra is not promising anything. I don't think they have two district governors, but with the momentum of what is going on now, I cannot guarantee any 25% in Southeast at all.
Okay,
it's very,
so
very, very
yeah, in Bayelsa State, I remember that the last election in Bayelsa State, APC actually won the governorship. So I think they always will have a good showing in Bayelsa. So that brings them to about 20, that's 23 states. That's about 23 states. So they need just one more state. So it has to be either in Rivers, they need or in Cross River or in Akwa Ibom, or they have to any of the Southeast states, either Imo State or Ebonyi State. Do you think they're likely to get one of those? I mean, get at least 25% in one of those states?
Now, that is where the G5 comes in. Even though two of the G5 are they're not from the east, from the southeast, but or south-south. But the three main G5 from the south-south can be serious spoiler. But if they, especially if what is the name?
Wike.
If Rivers, if Wike, if there's sacrifice is endorsement of Tinubu in Rivers, then at least they will get 25% there.
Okay, so
they may not get the majority there, but it's really important.
APC has two states in the southeast, Imo and Ebonyi. What do you think? How do you think voting will play out in those two states?
How did I think what?
How do you think voting in those two states will play out?
Yeah, voting in that state, because now this is, if we remember, most of these east and southeast are usually the playground of a PDP. And even though there has been some infighting in PDP, but if one look at the current momentum, especially of the dissent politician in the PDP, they are a little bit mellow, and even though they were not signifying any resolution or coming back, but they are not as antagonistic as before. Maybe because of the threat of being expelled from the party and party machinery trying to fight back against them, but they are a little bit less antagonistic. And this is the time which one will expect them to be more affirmative about what their position is regarding this their stand against the party. So the PDP seems to be getting their house in order little by little, but the damage is done, so they cannot have it like before. But the greatest threat is Labour Party with Obi's influence that have brought a lot of momentum into Labour Party, and the affiliation and recognition of the people of Eastern origin using Obi as a means of expressing their voting this enchantment with current political situation that have marginalized the East in having a key position, especially presidency over time. So they are, it seems to be bringing the people of Eastern descent together in supporting Obi, not because of himself as a person, but also just as a symbol of unifying of the people of Eastern region.
Okay, so briefly, so we are looking at basically about say 22 states to 23 for APC. Maybe they will get one other states in the southeast. We don't know yet, but right now, let's go over to the PDP side. So the PDP candidate, Atiku Abubakar, is from Adamawa State, basically from the north. So northern is from Adamawa State. So we know he's going to get something, possibly the majority in Adamawa State. But apart from that, being from the north is likely to have a fair share of the votes in the north. Which state do you think, or which zone in the north do you think is going to do well?
From the northeast, they are going to do well in the northeast, generally, and I believe they are likely PDP. They're likely to have the majority of the vote from the northeast than any other party, and closely followed by the APC and the one that will dilute their vote mostly is a Labour Party and Kwankwanso as well, because the NNPP also has a influence to be able to inroad to also get some vote, being also somebody from the northern zone as well, from the north as well. So it's likely that they may not have as much dominance as they would have expected, but they will still have domination in the northeast, and followed by APC, but NNPP may be making a struggle between them and Labour Party.
Right. Okay. So let's just look at it this way. By the way, we would like to welcome one of our panelists, Mr. Olakan Didigba, who's based in the United States. Mr. Didigba, you're welcome to today's meeting.
Thank you for having me.
So we've been discussing the chances of the different parties in the next presidential election, which is about 40 days to come. Okay. So yeah, so we've analyzed APC and we are now analyzing PDP. So let me go to you first. Let me go over to you now, Lighton. Well, what we are trying to do is to find out which state will Atiku Abubakar get his votes from, zone by zone. So if you're looking at your binoculars, do you think he's going to do well in the northwest and the northeast and the north central?
Yeah, I believe people are tired of PDP with the internal wrangling, the devil, the party. My take is in the whole northeast, it will be 50-50 chance for PDP. Northwest, they don't have much dominance in the northwest. In the north central, with the influence of G5, PDP goes nowhere. So southwest, they are not known, only in one state, in Osun.
Osun and Oyo, they are
Oyo, so to say. But what I believe is, even the way APC is making waves in Oyo than in Lagos, right? So what I believe is Southwest, Bola Tinubu will lead. It will be landslide
in the Southwest,
because we are enlightened in the Southwest. A lot of people are banking on not voting for him, for Bola Tinubu. So why some the party member, the faithfuls and the ardent members of APC, they will still vote for him. And Tinubu, I am sure of that, he will emerge victorious in the Southwest. So the PDP, I don't know their chance. The PDP doesn't have any chance. But PDP will even come third from the look of things.
In the Southwest?
No, in the Southwest. Yeah, in the Southwest, PDP will come third. Right? So I don't believe PDP have any. In the East, PDP doesn't have any chance in the East because en masse they will vote for Obi. Right? So South, no chance for PDP. So where do they have any chance? So okay. It's just a battle between what I'm seeing now from the look of things and the information at my disposal is a chance, is a battle between Obi and Tinubu.
Okay,
So,
let me go back to Demola. We've had a lot of this hype about Obi, about the people who are going to vote for him, the obedient, the young people. But let's be very, very honest. When you say young people, I mean, PDP has their own young people, APC have their own young people, and Labour will have their own young people. But we know that voting in Nigeria is almost certainly ethnic based. So let's look at the Obi factor. Demola, in all honesty, where do you think Obi's major votes will come from?
Okay. Now, outside the Southeast and South-South, Obi will gather a very good vote in Southwest. Let me tell you why. From all indication, Southwest are very liberal, they are very articulate, and they are not sentimental. Southwest is I can say with all emphasis that Southwest vote more on quality of people than even on less on the tribal sentiment. They vote on the personality and of each individual. And the message Obi is passing on is dispensing resonate more a lot with Southwest youth than any other youth, even more than the Eastern youth. It resonates more in the West than even more than in the East. And there are a lot of young Southwest youth that are really buying the idea, and they are not taking of any sentiment. They don't know much about history, and they are taking much, but most of them are not political. They are more apolitical. They can talk and talk, but most of them may not even come out on the election day. Where the youth that usually come on the election day are youth that are already sponsors or organized by political parties. Each of these established parties have youth wings, and which a lot of youths are also using as platform for them to be in governance. So they will not jeopardize their political future for anybody's for any other party in any way. So they have their own, the youth in those political organizations have their own and they will fight and mobilize for their party. And these are the most effective foot workers that mobilize people on election day. So even in Lagos, Obi will get a good vote. It may not be as significant, but the vote we get, we dwarf other parties. But even though Tinubu will run over Lagos, but Obi, the rest of the vote will be carried more from Obi, and most of those votes will come from the youths, not only from youth of Eastern origin, but even some youth from the Southwest as well. So it's a momentum that is built, but which may have influence. And the youth also, all over the country, even though they are also already disenchanted with established political parties, they have been looking on forum for them to punish them. So this may be an opportunity. But if the problem with the Labour Party is they don't have the resources and the infrastructure to capitalize and use this advantage for themselves on the election day.
Thank you very much. Okay. So, Laito, I just want you to look at something here. We know that Obi left PDP and to go to Labour Party. PDP used to have a stronghold in the Southeast, those 5 Southeastern states, and also Wike's G5 factor. How potent, how destructive do you think this will affect PDP? And will this affect APC in any way?
I said it in this forum that it's a plus for APC that Obi came out. Obi had balkanized the Igbo land from PDP, the PDP grip. So it hardly PDP, you know, they normally vote. I mean, from time immemorial, the PDP, they normally get mass votes from northeast, from southeast and south. So it will be difficult for PDP now if they don't get mass vote from river, from cross river, from Enugu, all this area. Though I mean east, southeast might be minimal, right? They might have little votes, right? But the vote they normally bring from south. I mean, it's enormous. Yeah. So this thing we seriously have negative effect on the PDP votes. So we are today, most especially from River and Cross River State. Right? I remember why they were waiting for Jonathan vote. I mean, they are waiting for Jonathan. I mean, where Jonathan contested with Buhari, they are waiting for Kano votes, and the one brought from River. I mean, nullify all the votes from the Kano and all this stuff. So I know what I'm talking about. So there's no way PDP can have any chance in this election that is coming in February. So no hope for PDP. Okay. I'm able to say that.
Okay. So Demola, just finally, what if you are Atiku right now? Will you be feeling confident about this election based on what Lata have just said?
It's not just Atiku. PDP means a very golden opportunity that they will have used this election to come back. They really, because of the performance of this current government and this current economic and security situation in Nigeria, if they have done the right thing, done in the primary, we will not. This party will not be in this position they are now. They should have used that opportunity to show that they have shown remorse and they are ready to govern again with a clean slate. But their performance, their greed during the primary has destroyed every opportunity. And this is what is ultimate. Imagine if Obi has been in a PDP and Wike is not organizing the party, and even if Obi or Wike is the presidential candidate, the state of the situation will have been very difficult for Bola Ahmed Tinubu more than now. So it's really a bad president. So I don't think, from all indication, they are only trying to salvage whatever they can do, but they knew that they have shot themselves at the foot, and it is very difficult. And it can be only by miracle if they win this election.
Okay, thank you, Demola. So, so we've come to the end of today's deliberations, and I want to thank you, Mr. Ademola Disa, all the way from the United Kingdom. Thank you for coming to today's meeting. And also, Mr. Olatunji, all the way from the United States of America. Thank you for coming to today's meeting.
Thanks for having me.
And we have to see everyone again next week. And please, if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscription button so that when we do the next meeting, the next video, you'll be one of the first people to hear about it. Thank you, and bless you. God bless you all.